Hey, let's get it, man. What's going on? It is Friday night. I know I wasn't here last week, baby, but please excuse my tardiness. You feel me? I had to make it back. This is the remix. I had to bring it back for y'all. And hey, man, I'm glad y'all here. I'm glad to be here with my brother Mike, man. He got that Captain America on, so that let me know he ready to save the day for me. You feel me? So we here, man. It's time to see what's popping. But Mike, man, how you doing, Playboy? You looking good? How you feeling?
Feeling good, feeling good. It was actually a pretty good week. Next week's a holiday week too, so you know what that means for most of America? Short work week. Short work week.
All right? Must be
thankful.
nice.
Thankful.
Must
That's
be
what
nice.
I'm thankful for. You know,
Yeah,
like a free day out of that place.
Yeah. Yeah, well, hey, must be nice, brother. I work weekends and I work holidays, so damn it, it ain't free for me. But hey, they gonna pay me a little extra to do it, so I ain't mad
That's
at
fair.
that either. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. It's all good. But hey, man, speaking of next week, we got a good line of football next week. We got two teams, which Mike, I don't know why I got the schedule so mixed up. Days go by so fast. All Tuesday, I was talking about the Cowboys playing the Chiefs. Cowboys playing the Chiefs. Whole time I forgot we play each other this weekend. How the hell I skipped that
Boom.
game first? So I don't know how I skipped that game. Maybe I thought Thanksgiving was like just magically appearing this week. I have no freaking clue. But yeah, man, we play each other this week, brother. I
It's a
want.
good thing we play each other this week. It's the afternoon game. It's in the afternoon slate. And Adam and I
Mhm.
were looking at it the other day after we got off on AMA.
Yeah.
The afternoon slate, one of the worst I think I can ever remember in the history of bad afternoon slates. You know how
Mm.
they only like to schedule 3 or 4 games
Yeah.
sometimes during this
Yeah.
time. They pick some of the absolute worst. So the Cowboys Eagles got to save this for the world because we got Browns Raiders. Woo!
Mm.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
can't
well,
wait
we're
for
gonna
that
talk
one.
about that one later, baby. But they put at least a little bit of seasoning on that one, But
Jags Cardinals. Yeah,
hell no. Hey, Mike,
yeah.
before you finish, right hand up. I was about to say, you know who they usually throw on around 4 o'clock? It's the Cardinals. They usually throw that garbage on us around that time. And you
Yep.
just gave it to me. There we go. So it's more
And the
garbage
other
coming. Go ahead.
the other barn burner. I
Hmm.
can't wait to watch. Falcons Saints.
Oh my goodness, man!
That's our afternoon slate.
What
Yeah,
the shuck is going on out here in these streets, baby?
what the Kirk, and what the shuck. Let's go. Yeah.
Yeah,
So Cowboys Eagles, big one. All right, that's
yeah,
the only one I'm probably gonna give a shit about after the morning games
yeah,
or
yeah.
early afternoon games get over because the late afternoon games, woo, brutal, brutal.
Well, what you thinking, man? How you feeling, bro? We ain't talk too much junk, man. Too much trash. I'm gonna be honest, Mike. We know y'all in prime position, if not to win the NFC. You definitely ain't missing the playoffs at this point, unless something so dramatic happen. Now it's a tight race. You know, the NFC West, you got the 49ers, the Rams. But I think even if it's a tight race, the NFC East, y'all at least have locked down. So we can at least say that. Regardless if you don't finish 1, 2, or 3, you will at least finish 4 in that NFC side. But I'm not one for bragging on stat lines, but I did read currently that Dak at home is on like a 21 game streak. He got like 8
Hmm.
wins against the Eagles, 6 against the Giants. It's like the NFC. He's like 21-2 his whole career versus the NFC East at home or something like that. So you can fact check me. I should have screenshotted it. I seen it earlier. But regardless, we talking about this week. Forget the history books. Where we at with it this week, man? How you feeling? We ain't talking no trash. Like I said, all week. Usually we on one, but we ain't
Yep.
really said too much, man. So how you feeling about this week, bro?
We got an hour or two here. You know, we'll get it out of the way.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We'll get it out of the way. Uh, Eagles offense, I mean, we talked about it on the show. Like, it's still just, it irritates the shit out of me. Our defense is playing phenomenal, lights out.
Hmm.
Like, I can't sing enough praises. Defense this year feels like they've turned their shit around. That Jalen Phillips acquisition is looking like a heady move because, man, you just add another pass rusher to this, and boom, this defense is playing ridiculous. And you got the
Yeah,
two big guys up front healthy. Quignon's going to do his thing. Cooper DeJean, my man, leader of the exciting whites,
yeah.
always going to do his thing. Got his first regular season pick this past week, so that was good to see. They made Jared Goff and that Lions offense look fucking horrendous, other than Jameer Gibbs. Jameer Gibbs is just God, so he can do whatever the hell he wants. But
For
the rest of
sure.
the offense was locked down. Um, it's going to be interesting. I did think last week Dallas looked a lot better on defense after your trades kind of settled in, but
Y-
It was the Raiders, so I
It
don't know
was.
how much I want to like. The Raiders are abysmal offense. They are disgustingly bad. So I don't know how much of that I want to take away. I will say though, I do think Dallas, with the improved defense and the way your offense is playing and the way your offense has played most of this year, Philly's offense better show the fuck up, because if you rely on your defense just to kind of carry you, kind of like they did in the Lions game last week, we're gonna lose this game. Now, in the grand scheme of things, Philly already beat Dallas, to start the season at
Mm-hmm.
home. They
Mm-hmm.
won their home game. This is at Dallas. If they drop this one, it doesn't really mean a lot for Philadelphia. I hate to lose the Cowboys. The Eagles
For
fans are going
sure.
to hate to lose the Cowboys. They're going to hate to hear you guys talk shit about how we split and, well, look what happened the last time we played you, that kind of shit. But in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't mean a whole lot for us and our playoff hopes and our, first round bye aspirations, the whole works. For Dallas, this game means the fucking world, because if they have a brutal stretch right here of teams that
Right.
they have to play in a
They,
row.
they do.
And
They
they
do.
cannot afford, especially with the way they started the season, in order to drop one. Like, they will be on the outside looking in for the playoffs. So there's still a good chance for Dallas to get to the playoffs. The NFC's kind of fallen apart with some of these teams lately,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
this is a crucial game for Dallas. They cannot afford to lose this one, because then you look at Chiefs, Lions, Vikings as the next three. It's a brutal 4 game stretch here. So
Mm-hmm.
if you think best case scenario, you split, 2 of those games and you win 2 of them, you're still in the hunt. You drop one that, is winnable, that's going to kick you right in the teeth when it comes later. So if this is a close game, which, I would expect it's going to be a close one. It's going to be a tough
Yeah.
fought one. This is a close one, and, Dak shits the bed in crunch time, like sometimes he does. And you lose to the defending, reigning Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. You haven't
Oh
got to
my
say
God.
that for a
Yeah,
long
yeah,
time,
yeah,
Fizz. You
yeah.
haven't got to say defending Super Bowl champion
You just
Cowboys.
got to say it, brother. But go ahead, continue. I ain't mad at you.
Yeah. You're going to be kicking yourself, especially when you get down to week 17, 18. Like, fuck, man. If we would have won that game, we might be in
Mm-hmm.
the playoffs.
And it's funny you said that, because I'm looking at the standings now for the playoffs, and we right behind the Panthers, who we lost to. So that is definitely gonna hurt them. We play the Lions in 2 weeks. They one spot in front of us as well. Packers we tied with. 49ers we haven't played. So, like I said, Packers they got us. They 63-1. 49ers 7-4. As Lions 6-4. Panthers 6-5. We 4-5-1. So that tie could come into place, but I'm gonna be honest, Mike, man. Even after the trade, before the trade, I was with this team. Probably ain't doing nothing this year. It is what it is. They kind of wasted my boy's season, but I believe in closing out. I've always been the one with this team. I never believed in a lot of things. I talk a lot of trash sometimes, Mike, but I never really back it up in my brain, because I'd be like, man, I'm just playing for real. Because these dudes, man, when I say see you in January, I'm really saying that for you and for me, bro. Because I'm saying that to myself, like they better make it to January. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, I will say this. I said this before. Jerry Jones ain't a dope dealer. He's a hope dealer. And he damn sure sold us some hope in a purple little baggie, powdered up, saying, hey, here y'all go. You thought when we lost that game to what was it, Arizona on Monday night, it was over with? No, it ain't. I'm gonna press this green button right here and send off some picks, get some plays in. So I think he was really selling us to, it ain't over with yet. Please stay by. You know what I'm saying? Don't give up on us yet. But end of the day, with this schedule, if we don't go at least 3-0 the next 3 weeks, it's over with to me, Mike. I'm be honest.
Oh,
Um,
that's gonna be a tough ask. We'll see. We'll
I,
see how it gets done.
I mean, because we got to beat Philly. The Chiefs is AFC, cool, but you got to beat the Lions. And I just think,
Yep.
and in Minnesota, right? We can't lose them on NFC games, that's for sure. So, I just say going out with a bang is something that I never really care about with this team, but going out with a bang after what we just inquired, and then having a mind state of Dak had a phenomenal year. George Pickens came and did what he's supposed to do. If we could sign him, which I don't see how you let that go. If Jerry lets that go, then this whole season was pointless anyway. So I just think we got to build on what we're doing. And I'm usually the type to say, if my team ain't going to win it, it's time to tank it, time to get rid of it. But I believe this team needs the momentum. And as much as I slept on Schottenheimer as a coach, as the signing, when you look at that moment with him and George Pickens and Lamb on the sideline, when he went over there, punching him in the chest, dapping him up, you could tell he was a little disappointed that he had to bench them the first drive. Like, he ain't really want to do that, but
Yeah.
I think that's why he went over there to let them know, like, hey, man, this get my back, I got yours. So just looking at this team, like I said, they got to go 3-0 to me, man, or at least 3-1 over the next 4 in order to even think about a playoff spot. But I'm actually cool with this team, Mike. As long as they keep GP, baby, I'm cool with whatever this season ends with, because I believe, and I know we always say next year is our year, but I just believe the momentum of what we trying to build, I believe it this time. When McCarthy was there, all them other dudes, I never believed it. I actually believe that they're trying to build something right now. So I could be wrong. I could be sounding delusional, but I'm just saying I believe it.
I do got to ask you a question
What up?
about your Cowboys, right? And
Yeah.
I'm going to preface this by saying every fan base has delusional, crazy fans. But I saw something this week that I was like, this can't be fucking real. But I saw it from multiple Cowboys fans on an X post, especially after what George Pickens did last week. And it was in regards to the dilemma the Cowboys are going to face here this offseason because George Pickens is going to be up for a contract, right?
Yeah.
We're going to have to figure out what we're paying him, and he's going to command a lot, especially with the way he's playing, right? Like he's going to command a lot. Now you'll have franchise tag available to you, so maybe that's a possibility. We'll kind of see how that plays out. But my question to you is, these are legitimate comments from people talking about we should pay GP and trade CeeDee Lamb. In regards to, listen,
Cowboy fans, man,
you paid Dak Prescott a shit ton. You paid CeeDee Lamb a shit ton. Now you're looking at having to pay another wide receiver a shit ton. Are they fucking serious? Like, is this real life? I thought, one off, who cares? 2 off, okay, 2 delusional. But there was like 15, 16 Cowboys fans on this Twitter post echoing the same sentiments that GP's a much better receiver. We should trade CeeDee Lamb and see what we can get for him. It's not George Pickens. I was like, what the fuck?
Mike, these people probably know 4 players on the whole entire team, bro. So I wouldn't take anything from, what I'm saying? These are the people that you see in the grocery stores that argue with you. They argue with you about the game and they know nobody. You know what I'm saying? Those are the grocery store shoppers. So I just say this, though. The one thing I will say about George Pickens, and we're going to get to the next topic, but the one thing I will say about George Pickens that I believe if we have the upside on, though, Mike, is I think a lot of owners and teams still don't value him the way we will, because he's already on our team. We already had the chemistry, the locker room, and as much as he's going to be worth whatever he's worth, I think the hometown discount might be in effect, and this is why. I don't see GP just waving his hand saying he want money, Mike. Listen.
I'll let you finish. But I also want to point out the fact that I've heard this from Cowboys fans about every goddamn contract that has come up since like Zeke.
Yeah. No, that's fact. But this is the difference, though. Even though George Pickens is playing well, he still has that George Pickens aura on him, right? So he's already going to be checked out of a couple teams. Now, let's just say George Pickens says, F this, man, I need my money. Give me 3 teams right now that will pay him that money. The Oakland Raiders, right? I'm going to say the Raiders, 1. Give me a team, Mike. Give me some bum team that ain't no good. They probably want to. The Pittsburgh Steelers, let's just say. No, they got rid of them, right?
They got rid of them. No.
Okay. I'm just thinking the teams that might pay him what he believes he's worth. They're probably gonna be a bad team.
New England Patriots.
I don't see them doing it. Picture New England paying George Pickens, bro. I don't see him doing it.
I could see him. I could see Vrabel going. I
don't believe it.
I can see him going for it, and they have a shit ton of money. They have a shit ton of money.
They will go get Brandon Ayuk before they go get George Pickens.
Maybe.
I'm just saying, Mike. I think Dallas has the upper hand because, one, Jerry Jones just gave away Micah Parsons, bro. You don't give away Micah Parsons and just say, "Oh, we're gonna let our second best free acquisition coming up soon. We're gonna let him go out the door." Like you said, franchise tag is available, so that gives us buys time. I just don't see GP walking out the door, Mike. I really don't. And CD, Dak, everybody in that locker room is going to go to Jerry office like, bro, we cannot allow this to happen. I just don't see it. I don't see it.
I get you.
GP himself, bro. I don't think who want to go to Oakland? Like, who want to lose? I don't see him leaving, bro. Who want to leave Dallas on purpose? Nobody. I don't think he's leaving.
So going into next year, these are the teams with the most amount
salary
of
cap. Commanders is on that list, I'm sure.
Titans number 1 They're gonna have like $109 million, and
you want to go there and kill your career? Go ahead. Next,
desperately need wide receivers. Like they're gonna be big spenders this free agency class. The Raiders for sure, right?
Yep.
And I think the Raiders are. Listen, the Titans might slow play it depending on who the GM is and what their vision is and how long they want to do it. The Raiders, listen, you got like a 97-year-old head coach. Okay, the fucking clock's ticking. They're gonna sit around and be ass forever, so they're gonna spend. The Chargers, interestingly enough, have a shit ton of cap space. Now, QJ kind of had a little bit of a resurgence. He hasn't done shit for a while. How long's Keenan Allen going to be there? And Ladd McConkey, much as we like him, has kind of regressed. Now, I think their focus will probably be on offensive line depth because they got bit in the ass this year. But Chargers are up there. Jets desperately in need. Now, the Jets sneakily, if they address their quarterback situation this offseason with Garrett Wilson on the other side, is a perfect situation for a guy like George Pickens, because I don't think George Pickens is going to thrive as being an alpha. I don't think he's an alpha wide receiver. Mm-hmm. You see him thriving right now with CeeDee Lamb. Now, he did it for a couple games, but doing it for an entire season, he had the opportunity in Pittsburgh with a bunch of nobodies, and we saw how the scenario played out at the end with him getting shipped off. Mm-hmm. The Rams have damn near $90 million in cap space next year.
And 2 first-round picks.
And 2 first-round picks. Commanders, you mentioned them. Seahawks. Listen, Cooper Kupp's old, right? He's old. GP would be a great compliment with that fucking efficient offense with JSN. That'd be fun. And that's a team that's got attitude. That's a team that's got attitude.
Right. So. Well, I'm realistically, though, because you naming teams I don't think he wouldn't even go to, bro. I know he won his money, but I don't see him – with CeeDee Lamb, they were just at a casino drunk at 7 a.m. Mm-hmm. Granted, that's GP putting the devil in CD. CD ain't made, they ain't him, right?
CD's never been in trouble or had an issue in his entire fucking career. George Pickens shows up for 1 year. We're in week 11, and he's already fucking getting suspended for the first drive.
Like, that's my point. These owners do not. I'm telling you.
So maybe Dallas doesn't want to fucking pay him. Hey, you're ruining CeeDee Lamb. All right, you're a bad influence. Get the fuck out.
That's what Jerry like though. Jerry like being a headlines. He don't care if you're drunk. He don't give a damn. But I just think half the teams to me are already thinking, man, I'm not paying, especially paying that they was getting them for a third rounder like we got him for, maybe. But to pay him $30 million a year, I just don't see half the franchises doing it. And the ones that are desperate for one, like the Jets, if I'm George Pickens, I'm not going there. I'm not going to Oakland. I'm not going to these places where even with the Titans, right?
Jets. But we say this for the winning, like we think about it, like, you know, if it was us and, you know, everything's equal, we always talk about the winning. Listen, man, you're telling me somebody's going to pay me $5 million
them bills,
a fucking year.
Collecting, baby. I'm with you.
Listen, if I was an NFL player, okay, and I'm a free agent right now, Fizz, I fucking hate the Cowboys with a passion. I hate the 49ers with a passion. My favorite team's the Eagles, right? And I got some other teams that I like out there that I favor. If everything's considered, the Eagles offered me $28 million a fucking year, or Dallas Cowboys are offering me $40 million a year, fucking let's go. We them boys. We them boys.
I'm with you.
Well, I love you, Philly, but I'm out. See you.
Well, I say this. He brought up a good point. He's not a number one, stay in Dallas. No state taxes. And that's another thing. You go to the Jets, all them taxes getting taken out, bro. You might as well just stay where you was at. That sometimes taxes hit different too.
This is one of those things too. Like people overblow the no state tax. It does come into play. It does come into play for a lot of players. Right? Yeah. It does. Now, the difference in the NFL versus, let's say, like MLB or let's say like NBA, longer seasons. The NFL only has an 18-game season, and you pay the tax on wherever that game is played. Yeah. Right? Your game check gets taxed on wherever it's played. So, at most, Dallas is having, 8 home games, maybe 9 home games a year, tops. That's all we're getting, right? So, he's got 9 games without tax. He could go play in, a fucking division, that has a bunch of teams in Texas or the teams that play in Florida that also don't have a state tax and still enjoy, hey, just so happens this year I play 4 games in a state that doesn't have state tax. So he only making out, maybe 4-5 game checks more. It's not like his entire salary is not being taxed because it's by where you play.
For sure. And I like what D-Walk said because I feel the same way, D-Walk. And I believe owners are going to think the same. If he's in a situation and we pay him $30+ million and we're losing, we're gonna get the same GP we saw in Pittsburgh. I'm not risking that. So I think if it ain't the Patriots, if it ain't a team that's winning, the Commanders, somewhere that he sees a real bright future, I just don't see him walking, man. That's just me personally, not just because I'm a Cowboys fan. I just think you got out of the Pittsburgh Steelers situation, and now you playing the best ball you've ever played. I think CD got hurt, so I'm not sure what his yardage is going to be like. But my bold prediction was Dak have 2 receivers with 1,400 yards. I think GP is on the pace for 1,500. I don't know what CD is, but I think 1,400 he's the number 1 receiving free agency, period. I think he's number 1 going into free agency regardless. So we're going to see, man. But the franchise tag, he ain't going nowhere for at least a year. That I know. Jerry he ain't letting him walk out that door.
The only thing I will say is after GP was traded, right, a lot of players and teammates came out and, like, you know, a lot of people in the know were like, these rumors about him being a bad locker room guy and a bad teammate and all that shit was bullshit. Like, everybody came to his defense. Now, the only thing I will say is the NFL has seen over the history of the last, you know, let's call it like 15, 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
When the Pittsburgh Steelers decide to move on from a player, it is almost universally ended in fucking disaster from whoever they end up trading him to or letting him fucking walk in free agency. Like, whatever superstar player was at the time, when they go somewhere else, it is a fucking meltdown. Which we never give Mike Tomlin enough fucking credit for being able to hold some of these guys together the whole time. This is one of the very first ones that has ever left Pittsburgh and hasn't completely just fucking ruined his next organization or completely fallen off a cliff. So maybe, just maybe, a lot of these GMs were looking around going, GP's up for trade, but do you see what happened last time they let, you know, Antonio Brown walk? What happened when they let Lev Bell walk? What happened when they let this guy walk? Like, I don't know if I want to be left holding the bag. Now, we got a whole season with him in Dallas, which could have been a dysfunctional situation because it's Cowboys, and you know how you guys love to breed that kind of situation and drama. Jerry lives in that thing. Maybe they're a little bit back in on George Pickens, especially after the play, and hey, he did fine in Dallas. Fuck. We were wrong, all right? We were helmet scouting. We were thinking he was going to be the next AB situation. He wasn't even going to make it through training camp before he's running out the back on Hard Knocks. I'm free.
Yeah. Well, I will give you this, though. I think one day you missed Emmanuel Sanders. Remember, he went over to Denver. He was pretty solid. I don't know if he went to Denver first. I can't remember, but he was pretty solid in Denver for a while.
Yep.
But Mike Wallace fell apart.
Dog shit.
Yeah. Who else? We got Mike Wallace, Emmanuel Sanders. I'm missing one or two. Regardless,
Plaxico was fine until he shot himself in the leg.
Yeah. That's a whole nother story right there. But like you said, the meltdown is coming. Again, I think we're gonna see, man. But I just don't see him, even if it's a short-term deal, like 3 years, something. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it ain't got to be long-term, I just don't see him leaving Dallas comfortably unless he just got so overpaid that he like, look, I gotta go. And I just don't see what team will overdo it and overpay GP because you might get the same GP. So, especially like you said, without having a true number 1 on the other side, what the Raiders gonna do? Have Brock Bowers line up a receiver? Like, that ain't gonna work. So, we gonna see, man. We gonna see. But unless Stephon Diggs could hook him up with Cardi B's sister or something, man, I don't know if he's going to the Patriots either, though, Mike. So, we gonna figure that one out in free agency. But till then, stay your ass in Dallas, man. All right.
Breaking piece of information here, like Mike's doing his investigating. There you
go. All right, FBI Mikey.
FBI Mikey. I got you. All right, breaking piece of information on the George Pickens front.
Yeah.
Do you know who his agent is?
Michael Parsons' agent.
Same fucking thing.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, I remember that because I remember when the situation happened with Micah, that was brought up, but for some reason, I think GP might he might talk for himself a little bit more than Micah do, man. I don't know, man. We gonna see, Mike. We gonna see. All right? We gonna see, baby. It's gonna get spicy though. He gonna want his money, that's for sure.
Dallas Cowboys best fucking drama show in the NFL.
You know how Jerry like it, baby. You know how Jerry like it. How Jerry like it. One thing Jerry learned. He ain't gonna call GP to his office without his agent this year, I hope. So
listen, I fucking hate Dallas with a passion, but if they would just follow them around 24/7.
Must see TV, baby. Must see TV.
Did you see what happened with the Dallas Cowboys this week? Behind the scene, Jerry made his son go get him another cheeseburger or fucking McGriddle or whatever that shit was.
Must
when
see
they were on Hard
TV,
Knocks.
baby. Must see TV, Mike. Well, look, man, we gonna see, brother. Any what we doing with the score? What's the score? And you know, what we doing? What you doing? What you thinking? I ain't betting Jersey this year, so
nope.
yeah.
I'm gonna go. Let me go 27, 24 Eagles. Close game.
Well, I give because week 1, you was talking about 38 to 7 or something crazy, man. You was talking real crazy, bro. I
forgot how much Kellen Moore meant to us.
Yeah. I'm glad that you are awake now. And the power going out pretty much they saved you. I'm gonna remind you of that one. But
okay.
I'm gonna still say my team can pull it off. I'm gonna just say, oh man, bro, because you know I love most of your players on your team. Those my guys, man. But man, I say this: playing at home, hell no. Come on, D-Walk. Walk your ass out of here with that one. All right, D-Walk. This ain't Madden, brother.
Oh, jeez. Look at these. All these Cowboys fans up in here.
Hey, Shedeur, just a heads up. They play indoors, brother. All right? They play indoors, man. I just say the Cowboys win. I don't have no score for you, man. I'm just keeping 100 with you. I don't think it's going to be the George Pickens game. I think it's going to be the CeeDee Lamb game, though. I think CeeDee get back to that 100+ yards. You know, because week 1, he could have had almost 200. He dropped 4 passes. So I think CeeDee is going to be locked in. Last week was GP week. This is CeeDee Lamb week. And,
they going back to week 1, man. Remember, they picked on Adoree Jackson.
Yeah, the whole night.
Whoever the fuck he was covering, that's who we throw
the whole night. The whole night, bro. That's what I'm saying, man. I was so sick, man. When Miles Sanders is gone, so we won't have to rub on them damn fumbles, and the game changing after that. Because after Miles Sanders fumbled, the game changed totally. So, yeah, man, it's gonna be a CD week, baby. So let's get this dub, man. All right, let's get this dub, Mike.
Do it.
All
it's
right,
gonna be a fun one. It's gonna save the afternoon slate for us because the rest of them suck.
It's going, yeah. Well, everybody should be locked in, man. Don't even worry about Red Zone. Just watch your local channels. It should be on if you know.
I don't think this is gonna be one of the few times I don't fucking put on. I don't fucking care.
Facts.
Like, listen, I want to follow my fantasy teams. I love Red Zone. But Jesus Christ, man, I'd rather watch fucking commercials. And I'll check my phone every now and then to see if one of my fantasy guys scored in those afternoon games. Because fuck, that's brutal.
Nah, I'm with you, bro. We're gonna see what's up, man. And we might even, I know, for those that don't know, you know, next Friday, next Thursday is Thanksgiving. Next Friday, I won't be on, but me and Mike might cook something up, man, Wednesday. We're gonna see what's up with that. So we might get to recap that game, is what I'm trying to let y'all know, man. We get to see how we feeling.
What he's trying to say is I'm not allowed to be on this show on Black Friday.
Oh, damn. Hold up, Mike. Hold up. I ain't even think of that. My white brother can't be on Black Friday. God damn it, Mike. Hey, nah, hold up, Mike. You get another one after that. Hey, nah. Hey, look, man, this is Fizzle Friday. This is the marathon. This is the Vibes channel, baby. We will be talking. We're going to talk Shedeur. We're going to talk the Browns history. We're going to talk a little bit of this, a little bit of that, man. I got to get my boy up out of here, man. He talking crazy. He talking reckless, man. We appreciate y'all. Let's get it locked in.
Oh, you motherfuckers. You think you can do this to me? I'm the man up in this place. You the fuck you think you fucking with? I run shit here. I'ma burn this motherfucker down.
Extractor like Dez Bryant, my boy 88. Watch dream light when you living like a heavyweight. This ain't a 1 week thing, we grind like every day. Drop this on Fizzle Friday, cause that's my favorite day. And I'm gonna do it my way, cause that's my favorite way. They tried to put me on the shelf like I'm layaway. Told me it ain't no way, so I made a way. Welcome to South Harmon, I'm glad you here today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are back, baby. It's time to turn it up a little bit, man. I was a little flat, a little dry, baby, but I'm back. I don't know if it's the intros, Mike. I don't know what it is, but hey, man, we back. We good to go. Damn, Mike, you hit me with that one, that Black Friday one, though, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that was a good one.
That show
definitely getting clipped. All right, we're gonna clip that one for sure. But man, listen, I you know, sometimes I like to think about what I want to do. Hold on, first of all, I'm tripping, Mike. Let me holler at my people, man. We got some good people up in the building. I ain't even giving no shout out yet. I know we talked about D-Walk wasn't here. He talking about 165. to 6'7". And this dude is tripping, man. All right, but we got D-Walk in the building, man. Jake pre-gaming as always. My boy Big E in here, and my boy Cameron Meyer said, man, he getting violated out here, man. Goober's out here sending crazy trades, man. He violating his space. He ain't feeling good. All right, so hey, man, Goober, hook it up, man. All right, send that garbage somewhere else, man. My boy Cam said he ain't feeling it, Playboy. All right. Who else we got in here, man? My boy Jackson in the building, man. He said what's good with it. Terminal up in here, of course. And hey, man, he said I got that Chris Cross jersey back, man. Try and bring it back, baby. Like what year was that, Mike? 93, 94, something like that?
Oh yeah, I mean we're talking early 90s, you know?
Yeah.
Just a young little whippersnapper back then.
Yeah, man. Hey, we look kind of like Chris. We look kind of like Chris Cross, brother. You the light skinned one. I'm Mac Daddy. You Miggity Mac, baby. You feel me? So
Chris Cross. Yeah. What we got here? I got to figure out when Jump came out because that's about the only Chris Cross song.
Hey, man, Mike, hold up now. You can't forget that I missed the bus, baby. That used to be my jump. I missed the bus. Hey,
92.
I'm gonna tell you right, 92. Damn. I just remember my mother cussing us out for having our school pants on backwards. Like, how you gonna use the damn bathroom? I don't know. We're gonna figure it out, though. We're gonna figure it out. You feel me? So yeah, man, we try and bring something back, man. I don't know what we bring it back, but we try and do it how we do it, Playboy. Geist in the building, what's good with you? We got Shizzles up in here, man. And those that's watching on X, man, go ahead, come over on his YouTube side, man. Show us some love and like and subscribe. We appreciate you. And hey, you know, whatever songs you know, Mike. That's the only song you got?
That's the only one I got from Chris Cross.
All right. Well, check out that I missed the bus later on, brother. All right, that was one of them throwbacks right there, man.
Which is definitely saying something because I give you 2 Vanilla Ice songs, you know, which.
Well, Vanilla Ice was in Ninja Turtles, so I know he had a turtle power on. You know what I'm saying?
Right? You got Ice Ice Baby, and you got, you know, Go Ninja, Go.
Yeah, man. That was the one, baby. Yeah, I remember that, the Mutant Donuts. I remember all that, man.
And a fantastic
Rocksteady.
A fantastic cameo, and That's My Boy, that Adam Sandler, Andy Samberg film. It's fucking great. He's great though.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, but it's all good. You got your Vanilla Ice on, bro. You Vanilla Bean, though. You ain't Vanilla Ice. You a little bit of Vanilla Bean, all right? So we glad you hit Big Dog. We glad you know your history, man. All right?
Still not allowed to Black Friday, but I'll still take it. I'll take it.
Hey, you allowed to shop, though. You are allowed to shop. You do get discounts like everybody else, all right? We're going to give you that one, man. But while we on that, though, bro, I did want to bring this up because I did have it on the thumbnail. We're going to take a little trip, man, because everybody talking about it. You know I had to bring it up because I tried to find the clip, Mike. I couldn't find it because we streamed for 5, 6, 7 hours. I was trying to find the clip of when Shedeur didn't get drafted, and I was going to try to post it when I had my little rant, but I couldn't find it because I didn't feel like looking for it too damn long. So, if you didn't know, now you know, man. My boy Shedeur, man, the Rolly King is making his debut, and I found this stat line, Mike, and the reason why I really brought this show up tonight, one, just because that seemed to be the topic of the hour, you know, Shedeur finally having his moment. But 2, when I looked up this graphic right here, Mike, this popped up on my timeline, bro. The history of, since 1999, the Browns QB's first career start. Since 1999. Now, granted, they didn't have 100 QBs since 1999, but all of them are a loss, bro. From 1999 to 2025, they've lost their first start, no matter what. No matter the talent, the number, the skill player. This is horrible, right? This is a horrible graphic to see right now, bro. But
the names on this list.
Yeah, bro. How are these even starting quarterbacks? I have no clue, right? They should have lost their games, to be honest with you. But looking at that graphic, Mike, thinking about what happened last week, my boy went down, man. He put him in at halftime. I'm gonna ask you, bro, what you thinking about this week? Shedeur versus the Raiders. Tom Brady said he's gonna draft him. He didn't. You know, Pete Carroll and them, they probably could use him over Geno right now, right? They got a lot going on in Vegas. They didn't have Shedeur. What you think about this week, man? And is it perfect timing or is time up, brother? What's up with it?
I think it's perfect timing. Dillon Gabriel's terrible. He's definitely terrible. He's unexciting. I've thought that for a long time. He hung around college for like 47 years. I think the dude's like 46 right now as a rookie. That's really what it feels like.
For sure.
And he's so unexciting when he even playing in the Browns offense, which I don't expect much from you. I really don't. I really don't. But even then, it's just, God, check downs and just terrible looking left-handed throws, and it's a tiny quarterback back. It's not appealing at all. I don't want to sound like a Dillon Gabriel hater, but the guy he's terrible. He's terrible. And I've thought for a while, weeks now, give him his run. You see if you got anything with him. You spent a stupid draft pick on him. What was it, 3rd round pick or whatever the hell it was at the time. And I was like, okay, like who cares? And really his NFL career so far has been who cares at this point. I'm sure his family cares. Nobody else does. And I'm like, man, I know people are going to be pissed because it's Shedeur, and we're talking about a 5th round quarterback and a guy that got passed over by every team multiple times, and there's a lot of hate because listen, one, he's a well-spoken black quarterback in the NFL, right? Mm-hmm. That just naturally comes with some people already being a hater. You add on top that his dad is one of the biggest talkers. His dad turned around, no matter what you think about Deion, he turned around a dog shit Colorado program and made it relevant again, where we actually talked about Colorado. And he made it exciting. Him and Travis Hunter.
Even when they lose, they still talk about it. It's exciting, right?
Him and Travis Hunter made that team exciting for multiple years, right?
Yeah.
And it became in the news. And Shedeur coming out. Now, is he a little bit too arrogant for some people? I'm sure, right? Is the celebration overblown? Sure. Is he talented? I think so. We don't really know. NFL said no, we don't really care. We're going to find out. But I say all that to say, I've had to suffer through multiple weeks, and I'm saying it as not a Browns fan. I feel bad for the Browns fans that are on this network, like Eric, like Adam, who have to watch it. I don't want to fucking see it anymore. Why the fuck are we not playing Shedeur Sanders? Now, it takes an injury for him to play, but here we are. It's his time. Now, this is going to go one of two ways. Either Shedeur comes out and he plays well and he gets a win, and we go, fuck, yeah, there we go. All the supporters are going to be out in numbers. Or he plays horribly. He plays terrible. He scrambles around like he's trying to be Caleb Williams and takes some awful sacks and maybe throws a pick or two and loses to the fucking Raiders. Yeah. And, oh, wow, the hater floodgates are going to just gush open. Like, whoop, parting of the seas. So it's I know it's the Raiders, it's the Browns. We shouldn't care, but I'm telling you, this is only going to end up going one of two ways. Either it's going to be great if you support Shedeur, or it's going to be great for you if you're one of the biggest Shedeur haters, because you're going to have all the ammunition in the world to see, I told you so, he's dog shit. So a little bit of a fascinating thing. I didn't think we'd get to this late in the season still talking about the Raiders and the Browns, but here we are.
Yeah. And like you said, it's one of two things. The crazy part is, Mike, like you just said, 5th round pick quarterback, the 3rd string quarterback for half the season, and nobody cares about what the Raiders is even offering. It's just about Shedeur Sanders. It has nothing to do with the Raiders, right? We don't give a damn what the Raiders do.
Nope.
Even if they win, we're going to be talking about Shedeur losing, not the Raiders winning. So I just think, to me personally, last week, the haters came out. Yeah, I knew it. Mike, I said this Tuesday, they weren't prepared to even have him on the field. They didn't even act like they wanted him to ever play until they wanted him to play. But when you look at, and of course, everybody gonna make excuses. And I think sometimes, man, the people that love Shedeur, we standing behind them. We making excuses. I will admit, a lot of us are making excuses. I get it, right? Because even my father told me, hey, man, it ain't no time for excuses. When your time is in, you ain't got no excuse. You got to lock in. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if you prepared or not, you only get one shot. You know what I'm saying? Eminem, all that good. You get one shot. Do not miss your chance. He had his chance, but I don't really believe that was his chance. That was just something that Shedeur in the game, cool, and it didn't go well. But I think with a week of preparing, a week of practice, he even said, man, I ain't even play with the starters. I have no clue the routes, this, that, and third. And I get it. He's a QB in the NFL. But I think the ownership, the management, the GM, the coaches, they just never got him prepared, Mike. And I really think the reason why they did it was because they wanted to give Dillon Gabriel every single opportunity. Now, granted, we know Dillon Gabriel ain't that good. We already know that. But I think they want to stand behind their decision of drafting him, because the moment you hear Shedeur got first team reps, that's all you're going to read in the media. I think they kept Shedeur in the back seat for that long because they did not want the people to believe that Shedeur had a chance of playing Because all you needed was one whisper that, hey man, Shedeur, he think he getting some of the reps in first team too. And now we got a whole debate. And the Dillon Gabriel, not that he ain't getting booed already, but he definitely get him out of here. So when you say Shedeur's not active, he the third on the third string, that kind of simmers down the conversation of, hey, Shedeur got a chance. Now, once you bumped him up to 2, he QB2 now, all of a sudden, all right, now he QB2, and then the injury happened, and now he's here. So I just say this week with a full week of practice, I'm not making no excuses next week, Mike. I'm going to be honest with you. My boy got to show up or I'm going to throw up, man. It is what it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? Next week, if he come out looking like Dillon Gabriel, then I got to admit that. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't making no more excuses. I told you earlier before the show, I'm not buying the Browns jersey. That's why I'm wearing his father's jersey. I just can't see myself repping the Browns. But if my boys show up, man, and give me some hope, I might got to go ahead and cop it, Mike. But I just think this week, man, the one thing I will say coming into the game, and like you said, people, they hate his confidence. He's cocky. He's this, he's that. When he came into the game, Mike, he did just like this. When the fans were cheering for him, he gave us he wasn't finger popping. He had the whole hand, but he was
whole hand.
He was like this. You feel me? He was letting the crowd know, that's right. Give me my flowers. I'm here. Now, it didn't go the way he planned, but I just like that mindset, bro. I like working with people. I like working with people that make me believe that they believe it. Because even if I know you ain't that good, if you believe you good, I could work with that. You know what I'm saying? So I just think playing the Raiders is the perfect starter kit menu. And Miles Crosby gonna try his best to get at him. But I think even Miles Crosby I said Miles.
He's close enough, man. He's close enough to a brother that he can be called
He
Miles.
is, right? His name needs to be Miles.
Yeah.
Miles Morales, right? Max Crosby, though. I think me personally, Mike, he even wants Shedeur over there. He don't want to be over there no damn old ass Gino. So end of the day, man, I'm rooting for my boy. I really believe that this is his time. And he got to prove it to us, bro. I ain't making no more excuses, Mike. This is my last one. I made him all season. Now it's time to show up, baby. Perfect time.
What I'm most interested is, I'm going to live in the world that Shedeur comes out and he plays really well, right? Okay. I'm not saying it's going to be a 400-yard and 5-touchdown game, but let's say he's approaching, 300 yards. He throws 3 touchdowns, maybe only has 1 turnover. The Cleveland Browns comfortably beat the Raiders, and Shedeur plays well. Here's what I'm most interested, because I know you and other Shedeur supporters are going to be vocal about Shedeur, and you're going to be happy for him.
For sure.
I want to see if he gets universally embraced, because I'm just laying out the case here. A lot of opinions that are based on whether you like or support Shedeur Sanders or whether you hate on Shedeur Sanders has nothing to do with Shedeur Sanders. It has nothing to do with his confidence. It is strictly about the color of this man's skin. And I'm going to lay out my case like I'm a fucking lawyer here, because I've seen it, and I'll give you the examples, and you can either agree with me or you can disagree with me. It doesn't really matter. I'm still going to tell you anyways. Once upon a time, a lowly drafted quarterback burst onto the scene and started playing well, and I watched everybody jump on the train of sucking this man off for the entirety of the season. And I'm the one who said, I don't think he's very fucking good, and I had to hear all the YouTube comments in the Discord and everything about one Brock Purdy. Now, my hate for Brock Purdy stemmed from the simple fact that fucker went to Iowa State, and I don't support anything outside of Breece Hall and Jaden Higgins that came from Iowa State, okay? Everyone else, fuck them. I don't like them as players. I wish all the worst for them, all right? I've watched undrafted quarterbacks before Brock Purdy also just, man, universally get embraced. But they were white quarterbacks, right? Do you remember the Taylor Heineke shit in fucking Washington? That guy was ass.
I live here.
He was ass.
They really believe he was going to beat the Bucks and Tom Brady in the playoffs. Trust me, I live here. I know.
All right, so I've seen that, right? And I've seen it from that aspect. Now, that is when a not high drafted quarterback comes in off the street. Listen, so far, if they're a white quarterback and they do it, we embrace the shit out of them, right? I'm not saying I'm being, as a whole, it feels like people embrace them. Now, let's live on the other end. When they play badly, right? And I don't care if you were high drafted or not, right? I've seen quarterbacks like, how about an example this year? Daniel Jones was fucking awful for probably the last 2 years with the New York Giants. Unseats a black quarterback in Anthony Richardson, who people were quick to cast to the side, make fun of, make memes about. He's made out of glass. He can't hit the broadside of a barn. He may be a super athlete, but he's a terrible quarterback. Daniel Jones comes in, plays well for a little bit, and everybody's like, man, I forgot that Daniel Jones was fucking terrible in New York. And he was universally hated by most Giants fans for how fucking bad of a quarterback he was. Goes to Indianapolis, it's like, oh, we forgot all about that. Now, here's the other kicker. Daniel Jones the last 2 weeks has played like shit. Absolute shit. He's gone back to old Daniel Jones. I don't hear the peeps. I don't hear the people being like, there's that Daniel Jones we know and love. We give him a pass. Sam Darnold, same shit. Same exact shit. We're okay embracing the resurgence of Sam Darnold. And we've even gotten to the point of, I've tried to push back on Adam on this every time he says, right? Because I've heard the whispers, he might be an MVP consideration. Fuck he is, man. Fuck he is. He throws to JSN and JSN alone. Other than that, he's a very fucking average to bad quarterback.
Hook Cooper Cup up, man. Hold up, man. Go ahead, Mom. No, it's okay.
Same thing with Sam Darnold. Last couple weeks, Sam Darnold hadn't looked that fucking good, right? Hasn't played that well. And all of a sudden, I don't hear the people out there with the fucking pitchforks out going, oh, yeah, Sam Darnold is shit. Let's stab him. Get rid of him. Get this fucking trash guy out. Put Jalen Milroe in. Listen, for whatever reason, if you're a white quarterback in this league, we will either embrace you if you're a true underdog story, right? We like to throw around that one. That's an underdog story. Nobody's going to be out here saying fucking Shedeur Sanders is an underdog story. No one's going to go, wow, what an underdog story. He's starting from the top in everybody's mind. Why? Because he's got confidence, he's got swag, and he's got black skin color. If you're a white guy, fuck it. You're an underdog story. You're scrappy. You're sneaky athletic. You're every fucking goddamn adjective we love to throw out about you. It irritates the shit out of me, but I'm telling you it's 100% fucking truth because I watch these people on X. I watch people that I respect in the industry in fantasy football have these same opinions, man. When Jalen Hurts plays bad for 2 or 3 games, the pitchforks are out. Let's stab the shit out of him. If Josh Allen, which Josh Allen's on a fucking, other than his 6 touchdown game, Josh Allen's not having a great season. It's a supporting cast. It's so bad around him. Josh Allen can only do so much. We're gonna ignore the fact that Josh Allen took 3 fucking horrible sacks last night. Like 3 abysmal sacks that are all on Josh Allen. Watch Shedeur Sanders do that shit. Try to run around in circles like Josh Allen did, and watch how quickly X will fill up with, get him out of there. He don't even deserve to be in the league. Put him in a CFL. Like, people will make memes of him playing for the Toronto Argonauts, in a CFL jersey. So it irritates and it frustrates me, but I think it needs to be acknowledged. And I don't hear a lot of people out there every single week going like, listen, man, take a fucking look in the mirror and see why you have this opinion of this quarterback. See if there's a reason that you don't like him and you get on Twitter and you talk about how fucking terrible they are. Right? Like, if I'm on here and I'm telling you a quarterback's terrible, it's because I generally don't fucking like them. Not because of the color of their skin. Right? I hate on white guys. I'll hate on black guys. It doesn't really fucking matter to me. If you're bad, you're bad. Is what it is. Is what it is. So that's all I got to say on that one, Fizz. But it's going to be
I ain't mad at you, bro. Get your shit off, man. Pop it off, baby.
It's going to be fascinating to me because I haven't seen this yet. I haven't seen a not high draft capital quarterback come in, play well, and then see if the praise immediately gets heaped on him, like I have with some of these trash cans that I've had to witness over the last couple of years. Taylor Heineke, Brock Purdy.
Mike, I can give you one even closer than that they won it. Now, granted, we all did. So when I say they, I mean we all did. But you know what I mean. Johnny Manziel. Yeah. Johnny Manziel did the same. He did even more than what Shedeur when it comes to the antics and the money and the Johnny Manziel was literally Shedeur Sanders, but just on the good side. You feel me? He's just on the good side. If he would have panned out, he would be looked at as the greatest of all time in Cleveland fans' history because you just pointed that reason out. Baker Mayfield got opportunities with the fans to grow and be worse and worse and worse and get better because of what you just pointed out. Shedeur Sanders don't have that opportunity because he's, no matter what, he has to be what Baker Mayfield is today. Because if for 2-3 years he go through what Baker went through, oh man, he's been trash. He was privileged. His dad rode a Rolls Royce when he was in diapers. That's how the world is, Mike. You know how that go, man. So the one thing I will say though, Mike, that I love about Shedeur and his father and this and that, one, it reminds me of me and my father's relationships. I always me and my pops locked in, almost like how they locked in. That's one. But two, I like it because You never hear this man cursing. He ain't drinking. He ain't smoking. He ain't doing nothing crazy. The man talk about his father preaching Bible studies half the time, saying quotable lines from this and that. Shedeur ain't said nothing wrong. He ain't act crazy. The Bama tried to rap. He probably did that wrong. He shouldn't have did that at all.
Don't
but
do that.
outside of rapping, he ain't did nothing, bro. That she should be looked at as a felon or criminal or somebody that's bad for society. You know what I'm saying? So I just hate when he get that jacket because he's cocky and that's what's gonna make people that's Shedeur fans just want to root for him every time, just to prove him wrong. So I mean, most people that are scared of Shedeur, Mike, a lot of times I'm not even gonna say it's not just a race. It's more so insecurity. That's really all it is. You weren't able to do what he was doing at his age when you were that young, or you were scared to be outgoing and that confident at 21, 22. So now you just hate on him for doing it. That's all it really is. So I'm always ride out for him, man. Hopefully he pulled through for us and do what he's supposed to do. But I'm gonna ask you, Mike, do we have to win this game, or do he have to be the reason why they didn't lose in a sense? Like, he looked good, but they lost. But he looked, 100. He looked like Bryce Young, but they won. Like, which one do you need to see?
I think
if no offense, Jake. No offense, Jake. But Bryce Young, 130 yards passing is what you're gonna get out of my boy, man.
Other than last week. He learned how to feed Ted McMillan, which was a good sign. We hope that continues. If he comes out and he is not the reason they win, he's, like you said, he's more Bryce Young-esque, right?
Yeah.
Just out there, 180 yards, doesn't turn the ball over, 1 touchdown, whatever.
Mhm.
Browns win. The needle doesn't move one direction or the other, right?
Yeah.
The haters don't really have any ammunition, right, to throw out there, and the people who want to heap praise on him, you don't really have a leg to stand on either. About like, man, he's the reason the Browns won. If he's the reason the Browns lose, holy shit.
It's over with.
Holy shit. Now, I think you can have a scenario where maybe the needle swings towards the positive, right? But it's going to be a lot of voices that most people won't pay attention to, right? Just being honest, a lot of it's white people dominated. A lot of these people, listen, they don't want to say it. I'm not going to call them fucking racist, but they have a prejudice to them, right? And they don't want to acknowledge it. It's fine. But it's clear as fucking day anymore. We're in 2025, and I'm like, man, I see you tweet every day, right? I see the hate that you put on quarterbacks. How come they're all black? Right? Why I never see you out here hating on a white quarterback ever, right? There's plenty of unlikable ones too, man. I fucking hate Aaron Rodgers. I think he's a terrible human being. I wish nothing but the worst for him. I don't fucking like the guy, but I never see people out here hating on him like that. So if he's the reason they win, he has a fantastic game. I think you will get a needle swing towards the positive, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of it is the haters are just going to shut up for about a week. So best believe you if he comes out in 2 weeks, right? Even if he has a dynamic game against the Raiders and he plays poorly in his second game, we're right back to the fucking middle. The unfair part is Shedeur's got to do this for
you gotta be perfect
3
every
games, 4 games. Like there's not a large margin of error room here as far as failure goes for him.
And I'm looking at the schedule, bro. They play the Raiders this week, 49ers next week, the Titans the following week, Bears, Buffalo, Pittsburgh. So don't see a lot of wins coming out of that. But the good thing about this team, though, Mike, regardless of how terrible they are, this defense will keep him in the game. Yep. They won't give a 40-point blowout with Shedeur had to stand behind a broken offensive line and no receivers and try to figure it out. They should at least keep the score close enough that just don't turn it over. Don't take a bad sack. Now, he will take a bad sack. He's going to run backwards and forward. That we know, right? But that comes with rookie mistakes. That comes with learning the game, the speed, the pace. And again, they're going against one of them dogs on the defensive line, a couple of dogs on the defensive line in LA. So Vegas. So it won't be a cakewalk in a sense, but I believe the defense going to smash and beat Geno so bad that he should have enough time to get his juice on the offense, and a couple turnovers should do him just good, man. So I'm gonna lock it in as a win this week, man. I'm locking it as a win. I saw Jake said he taking the Raiders on the money line. Jake, man, you real disrespectful, brother. All right, come on, Jake, man.
I'll also say this too, like one other example I want to give with guys who have draft capital and just separated by the color of their skin, right? But a couple first round quarterbacks headed in their sophomore year, CJ Stroud had a bad sophomore year, like real bad. And he hasn't had a great third year either. Like it's just.
Oh, Mike,
We're
gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about that tonight. Go ahead though.
But we're quick to like. I don't know if CJ Stroud's really him. You know what I mean? Damn, Davis Mills looks better than him. Again, a white quarterback that no one really gives a shit about, and all of a sudden we're glazing the fuck out of him. But Bo Nix is doing the same fucking thing, really, that CJ Stroud was doing last year in his second year. And I'm hearing whispers about him being bad at quarterback, and people being like, maybe, but they're whispers. They're quiet. Yeah. And when you see a post like that on X, it's quick with Broncos fans or Bo Nix fans or, Bo Nix defenders, whatever the fuck you want to say. You're fucking crazy. You see what he did last year? It's like this guy. Like, man, when I saw CJ Stroud play bad last year, I didn't hear a lot of people coming to his defense, right? Like the offensive line is trash, right? People are quick to say that, though, about Bo Nix, which is just like, we'll just add more fuel to this fire, man. Like, there's a clear divide, which is crazy to say that we are 2025, man, almost to the end of 2025, and we still do this. It's just, it's a lot more quiet. It's a lot more quiet than it was during. You want to talk about the heydays of racial tension in this country. It's a lot more quiet now than it is, but it's also that kind of shit that pisses you off a lot more. It's that passive aggressive thing, right? Like if you're mad at me, Fizz, I'd rather you just come out and be like, Mike, you're a piece of shit. I fucking hate you. Let's fight.
Yeah.
Like that, than to do passive aggressive bullshit. Just trying to poke the shit out of me. I hate that. I think that's what I'm gonna call it. That passive aggressive prejudice.
For sure. I mean,
prejudice.
I can give you some examples of last year's class. Look at Drake May. Look at Jaden Daniels, right? Everybody love Jaden Daniels. But the one thing they're going to find a reason to hate on him. Now they hate his mother. Oh, his mother, she in his life too much. She do it.
How you can hate that woman? I'm in love with her.
But they're going to find a reason to hate on him. Drake May, and I'm not trying to like you said, I'm not saying the race thing, but it is a lot of prejudice, conversations, right? Caleb Williams, to be honest, it's a lot of things that people can say about Caleb Williams, right? They don't like how he talk, his nails, is that.
He is extra.
He is, though, but I think a lot of that's because he's their brother, though, Mike. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying?
You think so?
If he wasn't a brother, man, and he was walking around looking like a gothic player, they probably wouldn't say too much, man. That's all I'm saying, man.
I mean, I guess we'll see it. There's a quarterback in college football, Josh Hoover, who may have some NFL prospects. I'm not saying he's a first-round guy, but he's a pretty talented guy for TCU. And before the season, it came out with him being a furry. One of those guys that likes to dress up like, cartoon animals, like cats and shit. Which, listen, do whatever the fuck makes you happy. I don't give a fuck at all.
I mean, they're young though, man. They're young, Mike. This is a new generation.
It is a new generation.
You feel me?
I'm an older guy with salt and pepper in it, and I look at that and I go,
"We washed
listen,
up."
At the end of the day, you could do whatever the fuck you want. You can listen, be happy, okay? But at the same time, in the back of my mind, I'm like, what the fuck? You dress up like a cat. You like meowing shit. Like, what the fuck's going on? Okay. Like, it's hard for me to wrap my mind around. But listen, it didn't get a whole lot of national pub, But Caleb Williams goes out and paints his fucking fingernails and, walks however the fuck he walks sometimes. And you're like, okay. Carl Anthony Towns has a whole fucking section dedicated to his zestiness.
Well, I say
my God.
Hey, girl. You know how a cat do, man. But I just say some of the Caleb stuff come from us too, though, man. A lot of brothers give him a lot of hate too. So it ain't just the racial thing. But
I believe that. Yeah, I was gonna say, difference in cultures or whatever, how it's embraced. Between races, like how is that looked at amongst the community? Like
exactly. Some of that is your own. You feel me? Like I know a lot of people, man, Caleb, man, I can't be hanging with him like that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that come from his people, so it just come with the territory, man. But I think though, Mike, to be honest, when I think about just to go back to the Shedeur thing, as a matter of fact, forget that conversation. I'm gonna ask you this, because if this don't work out, we had this conversation on Tuesday about next year, right? They got two first round picks.
Yep.
I believe Deshaun Watson, no matter what, they're gonna make this man play. They got him under contract.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson got cut. He was owed $80 million. All these other guys, Cleveland gave guaranteed money. I just don't see how they can just get out of here. So knowing that, I believe they're gonna keep Deshaun, whether it's just to groom the next quarterback, even though that sounds crazy coming from him grooming, but groom the next quarterback that come in and they draft. You a little more in depth with the new class and what's going on. What you think, man? What's the next step? If Shedeur, this Shedeur project don't work out, and then Deshaun Watson, let's just say this is a 1 year, just because we owe you money, we're going to keep you and they move on from you. What's the next step at QB for this team? And who else career will they ruin when they draft?
I definitely think with the Browns, anyways, it hinges on whether this Shedeur thing works out or not. Because if they get a clear determination that no, like this isn't working out, I think they already got that clear determination with Dillon Gabriel. Even when Dillon Gabriel plays well, it still looks bad. Like if they get that clear determination that Shedeur, no, we don't have anything invested in Dillon Gabriel. I am with you. I think they got Deshaun under contract. I think next year kind of just becomes this transition year for them, right? Where, listen, we got Shedeur still, we got Dillon Gabriel, we got Deshaun Watson under contract. We hate to waste this fucking defense, but in all reality, we're probably going to give Kevin Stefanski and the GM one more year, right? But it's going to be a transition year. We're going to clean fucking house at the end of it. And then 2027 is looking to be a hell of a class, like a hell of a class. Like there's going to be some quarterbacks in that class. Maybe that's our answer, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe this year with our draft picks, we draft some guys to kind of put that infrastructure around. Maybe we kind of surprise with how we're going to win. Or they could also do something where they trade some of these picks and do some trade backs and try to get some more capital for 2027. So I think either this Shedeur Sanders thing works out for them and they get the encouraging signs that they want, or I think they do go into this kind of transition year because, listen, Ty Simpson has impressed. Mendoza has impressed. There's rumblings about whether or not Dante Moore is going to come out this year or whether he would go back to school. I think all those guys are reasonably first-round drafted quarterbacks. I don't think they're extremely talented or franchise game changers, but listen, I didn't think Bo Nix was once upon a time. I wasn't really sure whether C.J. Stroud was. Like some of these guys that you don't really have great impressions of turn out to be better NFL players than they were as prospects coming out of college. And some of the greatest prospects we've seen coming out of college are fucking ass. Football Jesus, Trevor Lawrence. That's rough, man. It's rough watching him play football sometimes. So, I'm not going to speak in any definitives, but if I'm, Cleveland Browns ownership, or if the GM's going to end up staying there, beyond, and he has that job security, I think I would look at it like, listen, Shedeur, we're going to give you your opportunity. Hopefully we see enough from you that, we can kind of build this around you moving forward. If not, fuck it. Let's kind of just tread water for next year, get by, and then we'll reset and we'll figure it out in 2027 after we get Deshaun Watson off the books, after we get, kind of some more assets built up with trading back maybe or whatever we're going to do this year.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, bro, 2 first-round picks. Jacksonville looks like they'll at least be maybe early 20s, late teens. They right now in the playoff spot, so the last spot of playoffs. So if they make the playoffs, it'll be a later first-round pick. But Cleveland Browns, we know, should probably be a top 5 pick. You'll have the Saints, the Jets. Who we got up here? Where is that, Mike? I had it up here.
You got Titans, Giants. Cleveland right now is the top 3. Saints, Jets, Vegas, Washington. It would be Atlanta, but they foolishly traded their first round pick.
Mike, hold on. What pick is Atlanta?
8 right now.
Mike, I just said this Tuesday, and I didn't even know the standings. I said this Tuesday morning. I said, imagine the Atlanta Falcons drafted Drake London, pick 8. Bijan Robinson, pick 8. Michael Penix, pick 8. And now the Rams get their pick 8, bro, this year. That'll be crazy. I didn't even know the standings. It's funny you just said that because I don't know if you knew this, but their last 3 picks were 8, the 8th pick. 8. All 3 of them.
8. A lot of 8s.
8, bro. So it's looking like the 88 club around here, all I know. But I just know if the Rams get the number 8 pick plus whatever pick they have this year and all that money you just said they about to have, hey, man, don't know, man. NFC might be in trouble, baby. I don't know,
They
baby.
might be in trouble. They might be in
I don't-
trouble, especially when the Rams can go add an impact player. And listen, I'm not saying the quarterback class for NFL perspective is that great.
Yeah.
For fantasy perspective, Superflex rookie drafts, right? Like thinking about dynasty, we're probably looking at 3, maybe 4 quarterbacks who have first round NFL draft capital, which is going to matter for your Superflex draft. So that's good for us for 2026 rookies, right? Because we're adding depth to the class and first round NFL drafted quarterbacks. Yes, there are busts, but they're a pretty safe asset, right? We only got 32 starting quarterbacks in the league when we enter the season, so we can go on and on about that one. But for an NFL perspective, Rams are set up in a great spot because it's not the strongest quarterback class. I don't know how many of them are going to go in top 10, right? If there's any that are in consideration, maybe one. We'll see as the draft process plays out. But if I'm the Rams and I'm sitting here looking at a pick that right now is at 8, a team that just lost their quarterback in Michael Penix and now has to start Kirk O'Chains, who, listen, the last few times we've seen Kirk Cousins on the field has been dog shit. It's been terrible. This could be an even better pick than pick 8. Not the greatest or strongest quarterback class. I'm not forced to think about, I have to take one now to replace Matt Stafford when he decides to move on, whenever that is. I can take an impact player on a team that's right now, I mean, the Rams have the 4th best record in the entire league, right? If the draft was today, they'd be picking 29. That's pretty good. We can take an impact player, whether that's an offensive receiver, whether that's an offensive lineman, whether that's another defensive player, add to that ridiculous defensive line they got going on. And then with our later pick, then we can think about in kind of a down quarterback class, whether we'd like a Francisco Mendoza or a Ty Simpson or a Dante Moore or maybe a developmental guy if Lenore Sellers came out and we could take him later. We don't have to play him because we got Matt Stafford who just took us to the playoffs and, did this and that. This guy gets to sit, for a full year. And then we can really have a great plan and team in place for when we hand the reins over to our new starting quarterback, our Matt Stafford replacement. So I think the Rams are, the Rams might be in the best position I think I've ever seen, especially for a team that recently won a Super Bowl, still had big names on the team and did this real soft reset, right? Where it was like,
Mike, they got rid of all their picks. They said F them picks. Won a Super Bowl, and now they got all the picks.
What were we thinking? It wasn't last year, but maybe 2 years ago.
2 years ago,
man,
we thought
the
the
Rams are going to be
games.
fucking ass. They're going to be terrible.
Yep.
And then they weren't. They were
went
decent.
to the playoffs.
They were decent. They made the playoffs. So masterclass by was it Les Snead still the GM there? Masterclass by this soft reset. We'll get some assets and we'll put ourselves in position for the future and be able to build for it. So I don't know between Howie Roseman and Les Snead with what I see him doing right now with what Les Snead is. Howie might have some competition for best fucking GM in the NFL right now because Les has done this chef's kiss.
Yeah, man.
That is a beautiful thing.
He cooking, man. I see my boy Jackson said go. I almost didn't even bring this on the screen, brother. Sorry, man. I'm sorry for you. All right. Guys, we're gonna hook you up in a minute, bro. Let's hook him up now, Mike. What you think about Drake London, man? How you feeling about him? Well, first of all, I'm gonna ask you this because Raheem Morris is talking about he might play and he might hurt. What the hell going on with the injury?
I'm worried. Kirk Cousins is not good news for this offense, in my opinion. We saw him a couple weeks ago. It was abysmal. Bijan was on a tear right up to that point. It was like as soon as Kirk Cousins had to start that game, it was like, what the fuck happened here? Right? Did not look good. And then as soon as Michael Penix was back, it was like, oh, Bijan is actually still pretty good at football. This is crazy. I don't think it's a great situation. Also, too, with him being hurt the way he is, I kind of talked about it with Adam. I know he's got contract incentives and, milestones to hit, so you get $1 million bonuses, and, he's an NFL player. He's going to want to play. But also, if I'm the Falcons organization, this is our star wide receiver. Our team is out of it right now. We're kind of fucked. We're down to our backup quarterback, who I don't think is really good. If this injury is at all, kind of serious, right? We're worried about more damage or, it's not just one of those pain tolerance things. Like he can't injure it anymore if we're worried about it at all. You might see the organization, especially from the top up, no matter what Drake London wants to do, shut him the fuck down for the rest of the season.
That's what I'm thinking.
And throw him on IR. And then, so if you're looking at it, it's like, dude, I love the guy long term. I do. But right now people aren't really considering the fact that he could be missing the rest of the season, or he could play and not play well or get banged up a little bit more, and then they shut him down for the rest of the year. So I think if you're a contender and you got Drake London, you've been loving his production, but I think I would explore seeing what selling him right now does and see if I can make some sort of lateral pivot. Maybe if it's even for a receiver that I don't quite like as much as Drake London, but I think it's pretty damn close. Let me get the points and a little bit more certainty and get off of Drake London. If you're a rebuilder, who gives a shit, man? Keep Drake London. I'm not fucking selling him. I'm holding diamond hand in the shit out of that.
Yeah, nah, I'm with you, bro. But playoff run, you might be done. That's for damn sure. I don't know, man. Even with, like you said, with Kirk, why force it? He only look good with him. He ain't gonna look good if he ain't, So I guess if you a coach like Raheem Morris, see, I believe the Arthur Blank, man, to me, he got a thing with Raheem Morris, bro. He likes him. Like, he just wants him there. I still don't see how and it's funny we go into this conversation with the Falcons, how you draft 4 offensive players in a row in the first round, pretty much. Well, Pitts, I think, was the year before that, but the offense you have, right? Pitts, Bijan, London, Penix, and then you hire a defensive-minded head coach. That makes zero sense to me, bro. That I will never understand, right? That's how you end up where you are now when Raheem Morris said, all right, cool. Y'all got all this offense. Let me get my defense, and I'm going to trade back into the first to get another defensive end and get my pick to the Rams. Oh, and we ain't going to be good when we do this move. So there's no way you have this type of offense. Same thing with the Bears when they had Caleb Williams and they had all these picks and all. They did all of that to get Caleb Williams and then had Matt Eberflus. You got to get, to me, an offensive-minded guy when you ready to lock in with an offense like that, bro. I just think it go hand in hand to me, if you ask me. Unless you are Mike Vrabel and you're in New England, and we all know the Patriots way is just different. They just a different built organization. But when you're the Atlanta Falcons, you don't go get a defensive-minded coach with those 3 or 4 Pro Bowlers on that offense, man. It just don't work. So I didn't see it working in the beginning, bro.
One of the things I really, really hate about the Falcons is just their offensive coordinator. Now, it was a guy who got elevated because he was part of Sean McVay's coaching tree without really doing the deep dive into what he did, right? One of the things that makes Sean McVay so good, we like to look at it through the passing game and what he does with Matt Stafford and what he does with Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams, right? And that's kind of how we think of Sean McVay making his heyday. But one of the things that makes Sean McVay and like Kyle Shanahan, right, that Matt LaFleur, what makes their offenses fantastic is having that foundation of a running game first and running that wide zone scheme and running it to perfection and being able to do it out of multiple different personnels, right? Like, I've seen Sean McVay transition here, especially within the last couple of years, from a guy that was almost exclusively running 12 personnel with 3 wide receivers on the field universally to now doing it with 2 tight ends on the field. Like, just fuck. And he can do it back and forth. He can either run 11 personnel or he can run 12 personnel, and it doesn't really matter. He's got that fluidity to his game. And it all starts in how they build their passing concepts off of what they can do in the running game, right? Being able to hard sell that wide zone and get Matt Stafford or whoever the quarterback is out on the edge on the boot game. Zach Robinson, when he was with the Rams, was almost exclusively focused on being a passing game or a quarterback's coach throughout his entirety of his coaching career with the Rams. So when the Falcons hired him, we kind of just assumed Sean McVay were going to get this wide zone running scheme. And while you got some of it, what is infuriating is the Falcons and Zach Robinson refuse to get out of this fucking pistol formation, and they have for the last 3 years, which you got all the smart NFL guys breaking it down. While the pistol can be good in spurts, to build your entire running game off of that formation is actually a detriment to your entire offense because there's no real disguise on what you want to do. Like, teams can really figure out where you're going to run to your strength, how you're going to run your plays, and there's not a really good play action coming off of that thing. So the whole Falcons offense with the Zach Robinson thing, especially with the defensive coordinator, defensive-minded coach who's got to rely on their offensive coordinator to elevate his deficiencies in the offensive game, and then all their focus on the offensive side for multiple years in their draft picks, it's like, this is not a very good match, right? This is just not a real good match made in heaven. So Maybe Raheem Morris can really turn this one around, but I think they got to get rid of this fucking offense coordinator in a hurry,
Yeah.
right?
And,
Like,
and
go
guys,
back to being a quarterback coach. You were fine with it. Go back to being a passing game coordinator. But listen, you cannot be in charge of this run game and devising up these running schemes because you suck at it.
man, listen, Tyler House, yeah, we love you, but we hate you, brother. All right, you keep
Yes.
studying my damn points, but guys brought us up too, man. Michael Penix ain't coming back with no time soon with that ACL tear, bro. So the QB situation, even entering next year, man, the mock draft is gonna look a little different because much as we play dynasty, people think redraft minded, and when we drafting, if I hear Kirk Cousins is London's quarterback, he might drop one round. You feel me? Like, as much as I want Drake London, I'm gonna look at this situation and say, man, I don't know how long this is gonna be. So, you're right though, guys. It might not look as good, man, especially during the off season, heading into next year. But, yeah, I don't know, Mike, man. I look at Atlanta, man. I look at a lot of these teams as what ifs. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if, man, with this type of offense, man? Like, what could we have gotten if we just had the right overhead, like the right people calling the plays? And imagine Kevin O'Connell with this team. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying that we don't believe in JJ McCarthy. We do believe at some point he's going to screw his head on tight and get it right. But just imagine with this team what we would have. So hopefully, man, Atlanta figure it out. But I believe, Mike, it might be about too late, man. Them contracts coming up soon. I know Pitts, they probably, I don't know what they're going to pay him or that he'll move on. But then you'll have Bijan, then you'll have London. And then by that time, you be looking like the Cowboys with all this talent, nothing to show for it, and everybody leaving and getting paid. So I don't know, man. Atlanta ain't looking too good, brother. I don't know how we ended up with Atlanta, but we ended up in Atlanta. So
we did.
we ended up with Atlanta, and it's all. Hey, I got a jersey on, so I ain't even mad at that. Now I think about it, so it's all good, man. But I don't know about the good week of football that we got coming up, but I will just say Cowboys and Eagles. We locked onto that. My boy Shedeur Sanders, we're gonna hold it down for him this weekend, Mike. Next week, we did say we're gonna link up next week, man, because I was gonna play a little game, but I'm gonna say that for next week, man. I want to say that for the day before Thanksgiving. It kind of end the work week with a bang for those people that's off work Thursday morning because I damn sure ain't home. But I think I'm gonna hold that for next week. So as far as this week go, man. Anything you got on your mind, bro? Let's holler at the people, man. Anybody, you want to say something, man, about the week, about life, about anything, man? Talk to me.
It's crazy to me how fast this year has gone, right? We're looking at Thanksgiving next week, and I do got to point out Wednesday before Thanksgiving, one of the biggest drinking holidays in the entire country, right? Obviously, you got New Year's Eve. That's going to be the big one for you, right? 4th of July is going to be a big one, but sneakily, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, massive drinking holiday, especially in the Midwest with us country folk, because there's a lot of beer pong tournaments around here. A lot of American Legions.
You bringing a Schumer through or what, man? He the beer pong champ, man.
I think I would, man. I can't fuck with the beer no more because that'll mess me up pretty good. I stick to wine, but we play wine pong maybe. I'd be all right at that. We have a big drinking holiday. It's just crazy that Thanksgiving's already here, man. It feels like this year has flown by, especially the NFL season.
It has, bro.
We're in playoff push in our fantasy leagues, and playoff push is definitely happening in the NFL, right? We got some races heating up here as far as Patriots might actually win this fucking division.
Mike, the NFC, bro, is so tight. I mean, it's always like that in the NFC, but when we did our predictions, bro, on the cook up, I picked the Patriots to make it to the playoffs. I didn't have as number one, but I did. I checked my receipts, baby. In August, I picked the Patriots to make the playoffs. So I do feel good to say that I believed in them. I ain't believe this much, but I will say that I thought that boy Vrabel was going to come through, man, and change the game. So, but that NFC was real close. It usually is. And I know Philly kind of got a chokehold as far as the reigning champs. And I always say, just like boxing, you got to beat the champs. You can't just go out there and, I mean, in the NFL, it's different because the score at the end of the game matters. There won't be no judges at the scoring card. But I think, Mike, to be honest, if a team beats y'all in the playoffs and it's by 1 point, y'all lost, but they got to beat that team. You can't just come out there and beat them. You got to beat them up, baby. That's the only way you conquer the championship. So we're going to see what happens, man. But NFC is tight race. The AFC just look upside down, bro. The Chiefs out of the playoffs. Like, what the hell is going on, right? Baltimore out of the playoffs. Like, the AFC, man, is alphabet soup, bro. I don't know what the hell going on over there, AFC, man. So the NFC is always the tight race. You never know, but that AFC, man, I'm looking forward, but I'm not, man. We need the Patriots. I mean, the Chiefs and the Baltimore in the playoffs, Mike. I can't go to AFC playoffs with the Jaguars and the Colts, man. What the hell going on around here, man?
The way it is right now, I mean, we're getting down to it. I mean, Thanksgiving is like final push time, right?
Yeah.
That's when it starts, and that's already next week. But who had the Broncos leading the entire AFC?
I had them as a playoff team, but damn sure not leading the AFC.
Patriots are the 2 seed right now. Colts
and they look, and even though Denver is the number 1, Patriots look like the real number 1 because offensively and defensively they balling.
Steelers 4 seed.
Man.
Chargers in the playoffs as a 5 seed. The Buffalo Bills down at the 6 seed. Who had that shit on their resume? And the Jacksonville Jaguars sneaking in right now as a 7 seed. And to your point, Kansas City on the outside looking in. Also, not just barely on the outside looking in. I know in record-wise, yes, but there's a team ahead of them. Last night, man, those fucking uniforms, the way that defense was playing, holy shit, Houston Texans, man. And then, like you kind of mentioned, the NFC, it's a lot of like who we expected to be up there. Eagles leading, Rams up there. The Bears being the 3 seed is kind of surprising, man. Ben Johnson turnaround is real.
Over that NFC North, man. They now granted, it ain't been the sexiest with wins, Mike, but they're winning. That's what matters.
They winning. The Bucks being the 4 seed, the Seahawks being the 5 seed is a little bit surprising. Packers in the playoffs, and as bad as it's been for the fucking 49ers, man, I got to give them credit. I'm a 49ers hater. You're a 49ers hater, man. That's one thing we can agree on being Eagles and Cowboys. Probably our hate and dislike of the San Francisco 49ers. Them going through missing their quarterback for most of the season, down Nick Bosa, down Fred Warner, all the injuries that they had. Now, the news today, too, they voided Brandon Ayuk's contract guarantees for 2026, and this situation looks like it ain't going to fucking end well for – it's going to be a terrible breakup for these guys, especially after they gave him that contract last year. But them being in the playoffs right now as the 7th seed, it's like, damn, man. I'll give the 49ers props. They're doing their fucking thing, man. They're fighting through it.
They got 100 players on IR, but they still winning games.
They still winning games, man. The Detroit Lions being out of the playoffs.
It's crazy.
Right now. Week before Thanksgiving, Detroit Lions out of the playoffs. Interesting. And then Jake, surprise Jake, your Carolina Panthers, man, fighting for a playoff spot.
Mike.
Yeah, dude, that Carolina barbecue sauce, tangy.
Hitting different, baby.
Tangy,
it's hitting different.
Vinegar-based.
Putting some more spices in them or something, man. I don't know.
I fucks with some Carolina barbecue sauce, man.
Whenever Bryce Young putting up 400 yards, it's spicy down there, all right? It's cooking.
It's crazy, man. Carolina Panthers fighting for a playoff spot. Didn't have that one on the bingo card.
Well, speaking of the 49ers, man, my boy Cam said, hey, what you think about Mac Jones next year? Where he at?
Mac Jones played really well. And it could be one of these situations like we've seen with these quarterbacks that end up with offensive guys and then kind of resurrect their career to some extent. Now, I'm a Mac Jones defender. I thought Mac Jones played well in New England for the most part. It was easy to hate on him because he's got a full name like McCorkle. I mean, I definitely go by Mac too. I wouldn't go by fucking McCorkle. And he's goofy and he's got a fucking dad bod. The man had a dad bod since he's been 18. Like,
he definitely did. That picture with them in the locker room smoking the cigars out of him. He looks so odd. Like, why are you here, bro? Get out.
Like, I just, I lost 130 pounds and I got a fucking dad bod now, but I'm 39 years old. That dude and him and I got the same bod, but he had it at 18. For sure. That's a rough life for him.
Yeah.
No, sure. I thought he's played really well, and I thought he's been a decent quarterback the entirety of his career. Just a little bit easier to hate on him. It didn't work out for him in New England, but it was also a pretty shitty situation. I mean, they drafted Drake May, who's playing like MVP level right now, and last year for Drake May, it was a struggle. Them trying to rebuild that franchise after Tom Brady and all those GOATs left after Bill Belichick as well. So it was a tough sell for him. But I think here's the interesting thing. The contract he signed with San Francisco, it's not like he can just, next year he's a free agent and can get out of it. Now, I'm sure maybe his agent can put pressure on it, but if a team wants him and wants him to play next for them and, compete for a starting quarterback job that's not San Francisco, like there's going to have to be a trade involved, which, I don't think the 49ers are going to be like, man, we have to have a backup quarterback. We're not going to let him go. If the offer is good enough, I'm not saying it's going to be a first rounder or anything like that, but maybe it's a third rounder or, maybe a late second or whatever the hell it's going to be. You could see Mac Jones starting at quarterback for another team and possibly playing well. Maybe this was a little bit that he needed. Just get with Kyle Shanahan and kind of, all right, this is what a good team looks like. This is what a winning organization looks like. This is what a team that's got their shit together, and this is how you play football. It could be a pretty good thing to kind of resurrect a little bit of Mac Jones' career. I'm not going to get over my skis and be like, oh, he's going to be back in fantasy relevant conversations as a top 15 dynasty quarterback or whatever. But I like what I saw from Mac Jones. And to being the Brock Purdy hater, it's like, fuck, man, Brock Purdy played like shit the first couple games. Mac Jones came in, had this offense fucking humming, and had him in the playoff race. So let's at least say that maybe Brock Purdy is a system quarterback after all, like I've been saying for the last 3 years, huh? Maybe I know a thing or two.
And Mike, I'm gonna say this, man. I don't think they let him go. Like you said, they're gonna have to send something serious, but I think the 49ers are gonna look at it and say, look, we might even give you a little extension, a little bit more money, but we can't let you go. We need you here. Like, I think Kyle Shanahan wanted him. If you listen to what everybody was saying, Kyle Shanahan wanted this man when he came out anyway. They got Trey Lance. I don't see him letting him go unless it's somebody really saying, hey, we're going to pay him what we want to pay him, and we're going to send what we want to send. But I don't think the 49ers let him go, man. I think they might even pay him more, give him an extension just to be a backup. Because if you know, like we know, Mike, Purdy has never played a full season. He's been hurt every single year. 49ers, in general, every player gets hurt at least multiple games every year. I don't see Kyle Shanahan letting them go, and then because they wouldn't be where they are now with this record without Mac Jones. If they had Mitch Trubisky or whoever these other backups that they run through the league, I just don't see them letting Mac Jones go without a fight. And then they just say, "Look, Mac, we trust you, we want you. How much is it going to cost us to keep you here?" But now they ain't gonna overpay him because they just paid Brock. But I just don't see him letting him go. I think Mac Jones gonna be right in the 49ers, man.
I can see that he's on a very reasonable deal too, even for a backup quarterback, like a good backup quarterback. I mean, his contract for next year is $3.98 million for a backup quarterback, which is fucking. I mean, there's kickers that make that in this fucking league.
Who's that signed that? What's your boy with the mustache, Mike? That was in Jacksonville. That went to the Raiders. Minshew. He got like a $10 million. Tyler Heineke got a $10 million deal to go to Atlanta, bro. You mean to tell me Mac Jones won't get at least the 49ers won't say, here, take 12? Man, please. Here, come on, take 12. You can stay here. We got you.
And they do got some cap space, and we'll see how this plays out with the Brandon Ayuk thing, because they just gave him that big deal. And, with him missing team meetings and, they get to void his guaranteed money, how that works into the salary cap situation. And we'll see what happens in the offseason on whether they can release him and, how much money they can get out of it and add onto their books. But they're not really up against it too much on the salary cap situation. So, they could finagle an extension or a raise in there for Mac Jones and not have a lot of motivation to move him because, we did give Brock Purdy a shit ton of money and, we'll tell you how much we believe in Brock Purdy, but listen, we definitely know that if Brock Purdy shits the bed or, throws a couple of those fucking moon balls that just happen to get intercepted, it doesn't get dropped like he's known to do. Even this last game back, man, he threw one right to a fucking safety. The guy dropped it. I was like, man, of course Brock Purdy's back. He's firing passes that should have got picked off. Yeah, if this starts to go downhill with Brock Purdy or we have some question marks about it, having Mac Jones on our roster, we know he can play in this system. And like you said, Kyle Shanahan, I think, always wanted that fucking guy.
Bro, one thing I know about Kyle Shanahan's and McVay's and these type of coaches, they get their way. You know what I'm saying? Like when they want a player, they go get him. When they want to keep a player, they keep him. So if Kyle Shanahan really wants him, he ain't letting him go is what I'm really trying to say. So let somebody gonna pay something hefty, man. And I don't see the Max Sauls being overpaid for. I think it's gonna give him an extension, bro. Because like I said, backups right now, you can offer Mac Jones reasonably a $12 million deal, and nobody would turn the head and say y'all crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that's what would you say? Make it $3 million, a $9 million pay raise is not a bad deal for what he just did with your team. So
yeah,
I'm good with Mac Jones staying in 49ers. Hopefully, Cam, you are too, Playboy. Good question. And
So it's 3.9 mil next year is what he costs against the cap. These are quarterbacks making more money than Mac Jones right now this year, on average. Tyrod Taylor. Zach Wilson is on a contract making more money than Mac Jones.
Exactly.
Yeah, like I think you can see a nice little pay raise. Davis Mills is making $10 million a year.
Exactly, Mike. Mac Jones is not staying in 49ers on $3 million. He will get a $12 million bonus next year. No question about it. I don't see them letting him go. Shout out my boy Patty Mills. He's late, but he's family, so we still left the door unlocked. And shout out my boy Bruce Madsen, man. Shout out to you, play. We're gonna have to link up soon, man. You know, we had him on. I think me and Rock had him on during the summer. And my boy Bruce, man, you know, he one of them college players, Bruce. So we're gonna have to chop it up with you real soon, Playboy. We appreciate you coming through tonight.
For some of us playing Dynasty, man, that's the only hope we have is college.
Yeah. We
need to know what's going on in college. We need to know what's gonna happen in April because our teams are fucked.
Yeah, man. Well,
Hold
we appreciate
me
you.
and tell me everything's gonna be okay.
But we appreciate you coming through, big dog. And Terminal Mike, he asked us, man, when the last time you played in a turkey bowl, bro? I would say the last time I picked up the macaroni bowl was probably the last time I played a turkey bowl. All right, brother. I never played. I ain't gonna lie to you. I never played a turkey bowl, Mike.
Man, probably 15, 16 years ago. What really did me in? So I think I was like 23, and I was playing in a church league basketball game, you know, over the winter.
Okay.
And I tore everything in my knee, like blew everything out, you know, ACL, MCL, PCL, back half of my meniscus, fractured my femur, just playing basketball, trying to save the ball from going out of bounds. Granted, not in the greatest shape there. Like I had a few years of driving trains and being a fat, you know, engineer up there eating Cheetos and, you know, just being a fat hog molly, out of shape and still thinking you're athletic. But it was probably at that moment where I was like, I'm a little bit more passive on my athletic abilities or what I think about I can do athletically. Because listen, I got a fucking job, I got a family, I got people to feed. So when it comes to things like Turkey Bowl, it's like, while it would be fun to get out there and have a little turkey bowl, I also think about the devastating consequences if I got to miss the next 6 to 8 months because I tore an Achilles or I, you know, blew another knee out or, you know, got fucked up in an injury. It's like short-term disability, you know, only pays 60%, man. I don't know how long I can go on living off 60% of my income.
It was better when I was on mom's insurance. I got my own. I'm good.
Just for some Thanksgiving glory, just to say, like, I'm still him, you know. I don't know if I want to risk it.
I never played, like, officially on a team or for a turkey bowl, Mike, but I will say, man, back around the neighborhood, you know, playing regular street football, either it's in the street or on the field, but we had them neighborhood football games, and man, I'm gonna tell you something, Mike. Forest Creek, if you ever get a chance, Mike, look up Forest Creek. It's one place you don't want to go when you come here, right? That's still to this day. But when I was 10, 11, we played Forest Creek, Mike. And when I tell you these dudes, I'm 10, 11. What you just heard me say. We talking 30-year-old dudes that just got out of jail. We had to play. Like, come on, man. What kind of matchup is this, bro?
Listen,
like, how am I still alive after playing these dudes? I'm trying to figure this out.
That is universal across the board. All right. It's universal across the board. So I'm like 18, 19, fresh out of high school. You go back to hang out with your boys or whatever. We go to the park. We're playing tackle football, right? Everybody's out there just fucking, you know, we all think we're all stars, hitting the shit out of people. Everyone want to be back in the day, Ed Reed, and take somebody's head off when they go across the middle. Like, it gets hardcore. We had a group of older guys, right? And we're talking 30, 40-year-old, you know, we probably had a 50-year-old out. They rolled through one time. And, of course, the young bucks are talking shit, you know, like we are. We'll destroy you. The whole works. We're going to take you out. You know, you old-timers don't know what the fuck's going on. I mean, we're talking about guys with pensions and, you know, 401ks, shit like this, right, that we're going up against. I remember one time, Fizz, I'm out there and I'm playing against one of these old guys. This dude had to be damn near 40, okay? And I'm on the line. I'm going to go run a route. I run a route. I burn him. I score a touchdown. I'm starting to talk mad shit, you know, like I told you, you can't hang with me. You don't want none of this.
Yeah.
We get back. Next time I go to run a route, as soon as that ball snapped, I come off the line, I caught a fucking haymaker right to the fucking jaw.
Yeah, man.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, man.
I forgot I'm talking to like grown ass men here. Like, I should probably, think about
But it's
it.
crazy, Mike, at those young ages, that was fun. It was cool. You know what I'm saying? Now, you better not punch me in my damn mouth.
Well,
back
I
then,
can't even imagine, man,
it was
being,
cool.
being in that guy's shoe right now. Like, I got some 18-year-old talking shit to me and we're playing,
Facts.
turkey bowl type shit at
Facts.
a park or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, I just got burned for a touchdown. Now I'm going to fucking cheap shot the shit out of him coming off the line. I'm like, that's just a kid. That's just a dumbass kid. But
For sure, man. Good
wild.
times, brother. Good times. Nowadays, kids play turkey bowl online. Nobody outside. You ain't got to worry about seeing a football being thrown. So I actually like seeing the kids in front of my complex. They playing football, man. I be like, damn, man, I like that. Because nowadays, if it ain't on the iPad, they ain't doing a damn thing. So
it's good. Get him out there, man. You need to go out and be an all-time quarterback. I got this.
There we go. There we go. We need them on the field, not on the controller, baby. All right.
Hit him with that Peyton Manning Saturday Night Live skit too. Like throw the ball right in their back. Call that a route.
Hey, you got to get them ready, man, because these kids right now, they using the fingers, baby. They ain't catching them with their hands. They just tapping with the controller, man. So
no, every time you get a break in the game, too, they're probably doing some fucking TikTok dance or something.
Exactly. Facts. We in different times, Playboy. We in different times, man. But hey, man, Thanksgiving coming up, and we will definitely next week. I told Mike next Wednesday because Adam won't be here. Me and Mike gonna try to lock him, man. Have us a good time. Hey, maybe we might invite some guests, Mike. We'll see who available. We might have us a good we might have our own turkey bowl, let's just say, right? Preheat the oven. You feel me? So we might see what's up with that, man. Let's put that on the menu for those that's watching, man. Y'all stay tuned for that. We'll let y'all know. And Mike, we'll get up out of here, man. Geis asked us a question. I think I know the answer because I have an answer, but Geis asks us, Brissett versus Jacksonville, Danny Dimes. He used to be no dimes to me, but now they got plenty of dimes over there in Indianapolis. So Danny, plenty of dimes versus KC. Where you at with it?
I don't think Jacoby Brissett's very good, even though he just set an NFL record for completions. But he's also the reason that he had to throw the ball that many times is because he played terrible early on in the game. We're so far out of it. I am really worried about the Daniel Jones that we've been seeing these last couple weeks, and Kansas City. While they're struggling to make the playoffs, there are no pushovers on defense. Spagnuolo always has those boys going. So it would be a tough one to sit Daniel Jones with what he's done for the majority of the season and his ability with the legs for kind of a trash can to Jacoby Brissett. But guys, I would say if you got the stones, the balls to do it, I'm like 51-49. I think I might play Jacoby Brissett.
I'm with you, Mike. I'm with you. I was going to say, if you can stomach that if you lost that week and you played Brissett, but at least I went for the gusto, I dropped my balls on the table and said, here, you feel me? Didn't do it. But if you can't live with that decision, guys, go with Danny Dimes. So if you want to play it safe, go Danny Dimes. But me, I think, Mike, what we just saw last week when Brissett threw all them passes, they were down like 30 points in the first quarter anyway, right? And I'm not saying Jacksonville going to have this game 40-0, but the one thing we saw with Brissett so far in Arizona, they had to keep up with every team they've played. I'm not sure Kansas City going to just let Indianapolis just score 30 points on them because they need to win every single game going forward at this point to make the playoffs. So this might be a Kansas City defense resurgent game to Jonathan Taylor gonna get his, but nobody else getting theirs type game. You know what I'm saying? So
and the way Kansas City's been playing offense since Rashee Rice has been back has been not good. It's not been appealing. It's not a whole lot of pushing the ball down the field. It's a lot of ball control and short and intermediate stuff. Like they're really focusing on Rashee and they're focusing on Travis Kelce. It's a lot of the shit we saw from Kansas City the last couple of years, which made us go, ugh. But it's lending itself to more of these kind of close games where, there's not a lot of possessions in the game because there's a lot of longer drives. There's a lot of slower, more methodical play. And with a team like Kansas City who can play defense, I don't know how much up and down we're going to get out of Daniel Jones, right? Like how many opportunities they are for a lot of passing. And you brought up the Jacksonville thing last week. I don't think a lot of people expected Jacksonville jumped on them and beat the shit out of, the last couple of weeks, Jacksonville's beat the shit out of the teams, and they've got on them big. the Cardinals suck. So you can see Jacksonville jumping on them again, and all of a sudden Jacoby's
got to throw
50
passes again. Yep. So fantasy purposes, I'm gonna go with the bad defense in Arizona, and just hoping that Brissett got to score points. He don't have a Jonathan Taylor to steal points from him. Let's just say that he got Trey McBride, who gonna get 18 catches and 200 yards. So I might go Brissett, but I'm with you, Mike. It's 51-49. So
you got to have some stones to do it. You got to have some stones to do it. But yeah,
you ain't making this far without them stones, baby. All right, you got to roll the dice on this one. That's how we gonna roll with it. Guys, roll the dice, Playboy. All right, that's how we gonna feel on this one.
There's a bar.
There we go, Mike. Well, look, man. For those that didn't know, I'm a Shedeur Sanders fan. I'm a part of the family. I went and caught Pop's jersey. And, hey, man, time is up. It's perfect timing. And hopefully my boy hold me down, Mike. Hey, man, we're going to see what happens, Mike. We will touch bases back on this next week. I might even got to put some money down, man. And I don't know what the odds are, but we're going to figure them out, man, because the damn Buffalo Bills, they failed me last night. I lost my damn money. That's with them bums. So, but it stands true. Me and Pops go through this every week. Mike, the home team, for whatever reason, every Thursday, they've been winning the games, man. No matter how good or bad they are, the home team been winning them games. So
I was very impressed last night with the Houston Texans defense. I thought Davis Mills and the offense played well enough. It's nice, too, from a dynasty perspective, too. With Davis Mills in there, and especially here in these last couple of weeks, Jaden Higgins has kind of become a thing. You know, I brought him up on the recap show last week with Adam, and he kind of brushed me off or whatever. And then last night we're doing the trade show while that was going on. And I was like, man, this dude's got 7 targets at halftime. He's already got a touchdown. Jaden Higgins kind of coming on, which is nice to see that resurgence. But Fizz, my biggest takeaway from last night, besides their defense playing well, that fucking atmosphere in Houston on a Thursday night, Thursday night was fucking nuts, man.
It wasn't screwed and chopped up, baby. It was live.
No, man. The red jerseys, like the whole thing. They had like the flames going on in the stadium. Houston was turned the fuck up last night. That was incredible to see. It's one of the things sometimes about NFL football that'll throw you off, especially from like the college game. College stadiums and college fans, they're fucking nuts, and the band and the atmosphere, it's second to none, right? Sometimes it's tough for NFL atmospheres and fandom to kind of match that, because we usually have more casual fans. Or you got people with the means to travel with their team, and you know you'll get stadiums in LA and Vegas, you know, that are home games for those teams that it's the fucking away fans are
30% of their home team is there. Yeah,
Houston last night felt like 99.9% were all Texans fans, and it felt like everybody had a drink in their hand and they were turning the fuck.
Yeah, it was lit. It was awesome. Lit last night. It was awesome. It was for a Thursday night game. It damn sure was. Yeah. And I think they needed that though, man. Going up against Josh Allen after a 6 touchdown game, you needed that atmosphere to kind of scramble and shake the room, and they did it. So.
That felt like a playoff game, man. The playoff atmosphere. I was like, holy shit.
Let's get Woody Marks in the end zone, though. That's all I'm asking. I hook my boy Woody up, man. Hook it up, baby. We're going to call Andy. We're going to call Andy if you don't hook it up. We're going to call Andy to hook Woody up, because it ain't looking good, Mike. All right, but it ain't no time for Toy Stories, baby. It's time to get up out of here, Mike. And
you think about Andy from back in the day with Toy Story. That motherfucker like at least 36 now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, well, I think the last one he got rid of the toys, man. So, hey, you know, the story's over with, man. Hope for them boys, man. So
Andy's got to be in his 30s now, man, because Toy Story was out when I was just a little whippersnapper.
Yeah. My kids don't watch it. They probably don't even know nothing about it. I think they probably do, but it don't value with them like it did us when we was young. So, you know, times has changed, Mike. They got these goofy looking cartoons. Now I don't know who the hell these characters are, man. They look, all of them look
fucking
strange.
Sick of logging into Netflix and seeing K-pop Demon Hunters being in the trending thing. Like this shit been out since strange, like June. Man. I'm so fucking tired of K-pop Demon Hunters just off me. All right, let's get over it. Now we got. I don't want to shit on people, but now the big one's Wicked. Wicked just came out. Wicked 2, right? Mm-hmm. That's the big one, you know. So I'm sure I'm gonna have to suffer through.
It's gonna get wicked, baby.
Fuck. Damn.
Hey, man, it's all musicals,
Fuck.
Do your thing, Pops. Do your thing, baby. All right. But it is what it is, Mike, man. I'm glad we got to do this, brother. Always, man. We here for the people. We here for ourselves. Sometimes we need it, man. Just to get away from regular life and the space and work and all that. That's why I wanted to come here on Fridays. That's why Friday night is a night. When you clock out of work, you got your weekends, man. This is hopefully the last spot I hope you end your weekend with before you start your journey onto the weekend. So with that being said, Mike, man, we're going to get up out of here, baby. Anything before we close the doors on the people, man?
No, just a little update to the schedule. Fizz kind of touched on it on this channel on Tuesday night, early Tuesday evening.
I think 8:30, I believe.
Yep, doing a Black Friday merch special Adam's got in mind. So if you want to cop some, man, if you're not tapped into AMA or you're in the Discord with the shit Adam's been doing merch drawings. Holy shit, man. He's been giving away some hella gear. Make sure you check that out. Little Black Friday special early on Tuesday. Then on the main channel, instead of Wednesday night AMA, we're doing it on Tuesday night. Adam's going to be traveling to go see family for the holidays. And then, like Fizz alluded to, I don't know if it'll be this one or it'll be on the main channel, but I'm pretty sure we're going to do something Wednesday night before Thanksgiving. So a little update to the schedule. Oh, by the way, too, Sunday recap. Sunday recap will be done on Monday this week. Monday, maybe. No. Yeah, I don't know. Fuck. Don't ask me. All right, I've been having wine. Fuck.
Just stay retap, baby. All right, retap on that recap and make sure you pay attention, man. Hit them notifications.
The one after Thanksgiving will be done on Monday.
There we go. Yeah, because Adam will be out of town. Yeah. Okay.
Just to get back. I got it now. All right.
There we
go. Back.
We good. So this Sunday, make sure y'all watching. Next week is on Monday. So just to clear that up, my man. Anyway, regardless, we glad y'all here. We appreciate y'all always being here, man. Don't forget to like and subscribe, man. Leave them comments if you want. I'm always reply to them, man. Hey, it is what it is, baby. We appreciate y'all coming through, man.
I ain't Shedeur. I ain't got a Rolly, but I got a Samsung. Does that count?
You ain't got an Apple Watch, so maybe, you know.
No, Android for life. All right.
All right, man. All right, Mike. You Android for life. What else are you?
Android for life, PC for life. Man, I don't fuck with the apples.
Okay. I ain't mad at you either, bro.
No apples unless they're green. I like to eat them.
Yeah, because your green text definitely be they killing me, man. But it is what it is. You know.
Want to talk about discrimination? Us Android people need love too, all right? Let us in the group chat.
I ain't mad at you. We kicking your ass out, man. But till then, man, it's all good. We appreciate y'all. And hey, man, Rolly watches ain't cheap. So make sure you copy yours before Sunday. We appreciate y'all, though, baby. It's the Vibes channel. Catch y'all next time.
Time's up. Shedeur Sanders with the Rolly in the arm.
I just had to play that one time, Mike. We out of this thing, man. We appreciate y'all. And we out of this thing. Catch y'all next week. Let me get some tunes playing, Mike, before we get up out of here for these people, baby. What them beats at? All right, there we go. Finally. If we don't see you anyway. We out of this thing, baby.
Peace.